We're only 8 days into the new year, but tomorrow the City Council is set to hit the ground running with a packed agenda. They're expected to talk about several big ticket items and the fate of tens of millions of dollars. And with that, who better to talk about than with the Lawton Mayor Stan Booker. How are you, Mayor?
I am some kind of wonderful. How are you?
I am also some kind of wonderful.
All right.
That's really grown on me since I first started to hear you say it.
Good.
But let's jump straight into it. Let's talk about 2023, a successful year. What were some of the successes we called?
Thank you for asking, because if I was to give you every detail, we wouldn't have enough time in this broadcast. But I want to tell you, the most important thing is that we created jobs. Now, the Fistas created 50 jobs. Not all are filled. You can go online and look at what's available, and we certainly want the public to know that. But the impact of the FISTA over the next decade will be $100 million in those jobs that are created. Another announcement that we made just the other day will be a warehouse in the South Airport Industrial Park that will create 40 new jobs, paying $60,000 a year. And then, of course, West Wind will originally create 85 new jobs, and that project continues to advance. Economic development is the most difficult thing a city does, and if you want to transform and grow, it's the most important thing that a city does. Our True North culture statement that we adopted through the year is our guiding light to direct us in the way that we're going, and I think is very important to the advancements that we're making. Some of those things that are in there: the vision, a community of choice where families thrive, world-class customer service, open for business. And in that regard, what permits that used to take 3 to 6 months are now issued in 30 days. So we're really ramping up that open for business attitude. All of our divisions will be benchmarking, which will drive efficiency over the next year. Our Clean City, Clean Culture initiative continues to improve with some new equipment that's just come in, and I believe there will be an update on that tomorrow in the council meeting. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, let's go back to the vision, a community of choice for families thrive. The Youth Sports Authority has tripled youth sports participation, and that's very important. You can't be a community where young families thrive if you don't have the great sports program.
Now, I do appreciate all of the good things that you guys have done in 2023, and I'm sure that all of us as citizens do, but you can't build off of those unless you get into what's happening in the new year. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on at tomorrow's meeting, some of those successes that are following us into this year, including the city budget. Now, there are a lot of numbers on tomorrow's agenda, and matter of fact, there is a very long agenda item with a lot of numbers. You think you could break that down for us?
So it has about $30 million worth of different projects, such as Gore 67th to 82nd Street, Gore, Goodyear Boulevard. Those are the two big ones. And there's some other items in there, but they're all things that we've talked about on the council, that we've passed along the way. Now they're being put in one budget amendment, and then we'll go out for a loan to pay for them all. And that money will be paid back by the CIP as the funds come in.
Now, is it usual to have that large of an order or an amendment?
No, typically they're broken down more, but this one was just all put together.
So there's an update to the proposed pedestrian bridge on East Gore. Now, you said that ODOT is willing to foot some of that bill.
So, of course, we all know that inflation is just eating our lunch everywhere we go, right?
Yes.
And construction projects even the more so. And so the ODOT bridge, that is a ODOT project, a pedestrian bridge ODOT project, has gone through the roof in price, and ODOT's agreed to pay the biggest portion of that. So.
And when we're talking about portion, how much could you say?
I don't remember the numbers, I'm sorry, but they paid the bulk of it.
So moving on to our next question, in the unfinished business section of the agenda, council is expected to get an update on the beginning stages of the amphitheater. So can you give me a little bit of a hint of what we can expect?
I can. We actually directed staff to go out for proposals for the amphitheater and the boardwalk before we did the aquatics. But somehow the aquatics got in front of it. So if I understand the agenda item correctly, they're going to be asking us to approve the same company building the amphitheater and the boardwalk. So real excited about that moving forward.
Well, it sounds like it's plenty to be excited about. That's about all the time we have, but thank you for
A
coming.
lot of great things are going on in 23.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you, and here's the theme, even more in 24.
Yep. And we're all looking forward to it. Thank you for coming in, Mayor.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.